Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we're going to be deep diving into the Grand Theft Auto Online Gunrunning DLC, looking at some hidden details and some secret features that were actually found in the trailer itself. So we've got a lot to talk about today, so let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. So Rockstar started us off here with our character entering the bunker. Now, this is pretty cool. We get a couple things from this. Number one, all the signs are going to say Los Santos Air Base Bunker. So every time there's a bunker, you're going to see a big sign like this and then what looks to be a couple smaller ones located towards the entrance. It also gives us a pretty good idea of how the bunkers are going to look like in the world. And what's going to happen when our character goes up to them, it's going to simply rise out of the ground, the hatch, which is pretty neat. Now, I believe this is located in either Palito Bay or Grapeseed. I'm more inclined to say Palito Bay due to that water tower and the mountain in the background, but at the same rate, I vaguely remember there being a water tower in Grapeseed too. So it looks as if our locations are going to be more in Blaine County and less than in other areas, which I think is a pretty good spot. Okay, in this next shot right here, we get a good look at our character and Agent 14. And as we predicted, this little caddy cart is what basically he uses to drive through the bunker. And it'll be interesting to note if we get to drive through this bunker with that golf cart as well. We can see a new hat on our character too, a new shirt, new combat gloves, and new pants, which is pretty neat, as well as some of our white coat staff working and doing research in the background, as well as some other machinery and facilities in the background too. I thought this was a nice way to kind of open our gun running trailer right there. Looking at this screenshot right here, this is awesome. We get a first glimpse at our character with a whole bunch of new stuff. Obviously, we have a new mask, we have new combat gloves, we have a new jacket on as well. But look at the gun too. This is incredibly cool. This looks like it's a modified version of the regular submachine gun with a different red dot sight, what looks to be a different barrel, a different muzzle, some sort of fancy grip on there, a multi-camo paint job design with this kind of gray and black and then this green one, and then what looks to be a different clip too with that purple piece down at the bottom. That is awesome. This gun looks incredibly cool. Throughout this trailer, we get a lot of amazing looks at the guns and all the new things, so that right there is pretty awesome. In case you're curious, this is what the gun running logo looks like, and you can obviously see all the different stacks and boxes of ammo and stuff right there, so that was pretty cool. I would imagine these next few shots are just animations of our staff doing research in various tasks. This guy just pulls a lever down. This guy's using some sort of drill bit, but it is pretty cool that we are going to be doing some pretty epic research and building inside the bunkers. If we move on here, we actually get a pretty good look at a couple things going on. Number one, it does look as if we're going to be able to drive the golf carts, this new like caddy, as we see two of them being driven right now. We can see new pants and new shirts on the character in the foreground, as well as new combat gloves. We can also see the half-track dune loader in the background as well, with a similar livery that we've seen in the past. So again, that's one of the vehicles that we've seen. It's been one of the feature ones, so that is actually pretty cool. Moving on to this next screenshot right here, we get a good look at the gun range. This is awesome. So I don't know if there's going to be multiple different types of shooting ranges, because this one looks certainly a little bit different from the one that we saw in one of the first few screenshots. We also get a look at this weapon that he's holding too. This looks like it's the modified version of the assault rifle, the one that the guy was ending up holding in the very first screenshot we saw. He has red ear defenders on, just a regular body armor, and honestly, I cannot tell if that is a new shirt or not. It really looks like it is, but that's pretty cool. The gun looks to have a new sight too, which is pretty epic, and a really nice red sort of camo on there. Really, really cool. This is a very high-tech gun range shooting facility, so that is actually pretty awesome. Moving on, we get another look at our white coat staff, and they also look to be researching the assault rifle Mark II. So in order to unlock these new weapons, this kind of seems like this is what you have to do. You have to tell your staff to research something, they'll put it on the board, and then when they're done researching it, you're likely going to be able to use it. So that is actually pretty awesome. Moving on to this shot right here, we can actually take a look at three vehicles. The one in the foreground closest to us is the Weaponized Dunebuggy. We've seen this in a couple screenshots, and obviously this one is going to look pretty awesome with the MG mounted to the passenger side. The vehicle in the farthest background is the half-track dune loader. We have once again seen that before. That is going to be a really, really cool anti-air vehicle, as you can see just based off of the weaponry on the back. That is insane. And then the vehicle in the middle, I want to say, is not the APC. I wonder if that's the trailer that's meant to be hauled by the saddler that we saw in one of the very first screenshots of Gunrunning that was revealed, because that does not look like it is the shape of the APC. It looks as if it is the one that has to be hauled by a certain trailer, but regardless, we still get some really, really cool shots right there. These next few shots are going to give us a really good idea of what the armored Tampa is going to be like. We can confirm that it has the mortar system on the back, which is really, really cool. We get multiple different shots and variations of this armored weaponized Tampa here with different weapons on the top, different liveries, different camos, different paint jobs. They're obviously destroying those Mesa Jeeps right there. And this is awesome. This is going to be one of the coolest vehicles we have in the game, this armored Tampa. It's just so lethal, so menacing, and I'm really excited to get my hands on this, that's for sure. If we move on to the next one over here, we actually get a look at the APC and how its missile system is going to work. This is a Savage. That is not a brand new helicopter, and it takes it out instantly. That missile was fast. Rip Hydras, rip aircrafts. If you have one of these anti-air vehicles, they are going to get taken out super fast. And we can also see pretty cool new tires and a new really Army digital style camo or livery on the APC right there. So that is incredibly cool. Goodbye, Savage. Moving on to our next screenshot over here, we get a look at the half-track dune loader, probably the best shot of it so far. It's actually driving out of the frame, revealing the MOC, the Mobile Operations Center. Look how customized this is. That is pretty insane. Now, a couple things I noticed of this. Number one, it's a different paint job from what we've seen so far. Number two, it has some incredible customization, including this giant iron mask on the front, but also that is not a Phantom. That is a hauler. So it seems as if we're going to be able to interchange the types of big rigs that will be driving this MOC. And as you can see by the headlights in the back, it looks to be some people that are driving inside of it as well. So that's pretty cool. We'll see that in a little bit. And our character has like a new mask on. He's got new pants, boots, and a shirt. And speaking of driving inside, here we go. We're located right next to another airbase bunker. And you can see in the background, those are the windmills or the wind turbines. So it's pretty closely related to there. And it looks as if you can only drive one vehicle in at a time because the APC and the Armored Tampa are parked out back. And when we move inside in a little bit, it looks as if we only have room for this one vehicle. On the inside here, you can see a little bit about what's going on. It looks like we've got our weapon upgrading facility. We've got some body armor or clothing hanging right there. The vehicle itself looks to be modified on the inside, which is pretty cool. It also looks like it has a war room too, as you can see by this next screenshot right here. We have a couple guys sitting in the back with this menacing mask-wearing dude in the front. He has a new shirt on. He has a crazy new mask on, and he looks to be controlling the turret or machine gun on the front of the MOC. As you can see, they're chasing these technicals right here, and they destroy it pretty instantly. So that is a really, really cool feature right there. I think that is awesome. Moving on, we get another glimpse at our character holding another weapon. This looks to be the heavy pistol that has been modified too. You can see the green accessories on there. What looks to be a new muzzle, a new barrel, red dot sight. You can see new gloves, a new jacket, a new ghost style mask as well. That is incredibly awesome. New ski balaclava. So that is pretty cool as we get a look at one of the brand new weapons. Well, at least a modification of one of the weapons right there. Moving on right here, we can see the Savage being shot at by our character, who is in a Juggernaut suit holding a minigun. The last time we used something like that was either in single player or in the Juggernaut adversary mode. So to me, this kind of reveals that there's going to be a special mission that possibly requires us to use this Juggernaut suit. Or it became available in free mode, and Rockstar going to allow us to utilize that in free mode. I don't think that's the case. I would think that most of these shots are from special vehicle missions or weaponized vehicle missions, but regardless, I still think that is pretty awesome, that shot with the Juggernauts and the minigun. Rockstar shows off one of our missiles, likely that's going to be coming out of the APC. Again, it begs the question, how heavily will these things be customizable? I think that is pretty cool right there. If we move on, we get another epic look at our trailer, our anti-air trailer that is actually being pulled by a brand new vehicle. That's right. That is a new vehicle. So that is not the Insurgent. It's kind of like a mini Insurgent. It's pretty cool. So we finally get like a new vehicle, one that isn't like weaponized or modified. It's just a cool armored vehicle. Like I said, it looks like it's a mini Insurgent, which I think is actually pretty epic, and it's hauling those anti-air trailers that are shooting at the Buzzards and the Vellum. So that is not a new vehicle or anything like that. It is just the Vellum, just the Buzzard. But that is a new vehicle that is hauling that trailer, which I actually think is quite awesome. And you can see how easily those Buzzards were taken out, which is pretty crazy. We get another look at one of our white coats doing some research, which looks like they build another assault rifle, a modified assault rifle right here. This looks to be the Carbine Rifle, and that is pretty cool. Our character right here is holding it. He's got a new shirt on. He has a new hat on, and he's got this Carbine Rifle, which is pretty epic. It looks to have a new barrel on there. Looks to have an angled foregrip on there, a new scope, a new magazine. Really, really awesome. And our lady in the background, she's kind of blurry, but you can see she is holding a modified version of the Combat MG, which looks like it has a new sight on there, an angled foregrip as well, and possibly even a new stock. And we kind of get a better look of it from the back with this angle right here as they are blowing up the cargo bob. One thing to note is it looks as if they blew up that cargo bob pretty easily just by shooting at it. So it kind of begs the question, how powerful are these new Mark II weapons going to be? I think they're definitely going to be worth it in order to upgrade it. And it also looks as if we're going to have to do a mission on the Merryweather docks, as you can see where this is taking place. It also looks as if we're going to be eliminating the Lost MC. We're going to be having some issues with them. As you can see, we're chasing them in our modified armored Dune Buggies. Again, we get some epic looks at what these are going to be like right here with their customization and the way that the passengers are able to shoot the mounted MG. That's awesome. They blow up the Lost MC slam van right there, and then they start chasing that other biker through the woods. One thing to note is that these buggies have miniguns on them as compared to the other ones that had like mounted MG turrets. So I wonder if that's a part of a special mission or if that is an option to upgrade it like I predicted. Our next shot right here actually takes us through the mine shaft, which is pretty interesting. This really doesn't have a use other than for the murder mystery in single player, but I still think this is going to be awesome regardless of what it is. Our friends in the background are shooting an RPG at us, so that's a little dangerous. If we look at this next shot right here, we get a look at the brand new rocket bike. How epic is that? And they're also jumping out of a cargo plane. That is our speciality right there. So again, I believe this is going to be a part of a weaponized vehicle mission and less of the fact that we're going to be able to have the cargo plane in game and drop it out of the back. But that's what they're dropping out of, which is pretty cool. Jumping from that bike, we get a quick look at the thermal sight that's going to be coming in the game. That is awesome. So snipers are going to be able to take out their enemies pretty quickly. Again, I hope it's not locked to a certain mission. Hope it's added in free mode. That would be epic. We then jump back to the rocket bike. We actually get a first-person view of the bike. That is incredibly cool. We also now know that they are going to be weaponized too, that they can fire weapons from the front. That's pretty epic as they create a massive scene of destruction right here, which is really cool as they go gliding over. And then boom, Gunrunning logo, and it's going to be coming out on June 13th. So that is it right there. That is pretty awesome. And really, that is everything that I was able to notice from this Gunrunning trailer. It wasn't as long as I thought, but there was still a ton of details. Now, as always, I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section down below. Did I miss anything from this breakdown? If I did, let me know in either the comment section down below or tweet at me. Send me a tweet saying, hey, Mr. Boss for the win, you missed this. I think this is pretty cool. And if you show me something that I missed, you might end up being featured in another video. So that's pretty awesome. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for your amazing support. Really, really do appreciate it. Let me know what you think of the Gunrunning trailer in the comment section down below. We're going to be doing a live stream a little bit later today because this stuff looks incredibly expensive. So we're going to be making some more money for you guys a little bit later on in the day. So stay tuned for that. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With that out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.